All right, welcome back. I don't know, something is going on. Anyway, Central State Bank, like I stated, uh, Americans to get free money from the 6.2, I'm sorry, 2.65 million pot after major banks settlement. The settlement is linked to illegal overdraft fees that customers was alleged charged between 2015 and 2020. But the chief at the Center State Bank, now known as the South State Bank, has not admitted to any wrongdoing. Bank users do not need to do anything to receive a payment, but the deadline to reach out to them to see what's owed to you is coming up very soon. If the court rejects the objections, the claimants may receive a payment according to the financial company accrual. They must be able to show evidence that they were charged overdraft fees between April 16, 2015 and May 31st of 2020. Bank users who were charged fees for insufficient funds between August 18th, in 2015 and August 21st through 2020 also qualify for the payment. An approval hearing for the settlement is expected to take place November 30th of this year. South State Bank has more than 200 branches across the U.S. and the states, including Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. So, this platform, as I state that old media, they don't talk about certain things. This is the new media, so we're going to talk about it over here. Previous episodes, as far as the economy and what's going on, and blockchain, things of that nature when it comes to these banks and everything that is happening to the people, contingent to all these fees and all these things that's being done to them. And some people are just getting tired of it. They are speaking up. So just be mindful of what's going on, not only with your finances and things in that nature, just all about who you're giving it to. So, like I said, do your homework and just go from there. So, on this show also, it's health is wealth. Chick-Fil-A. Yes, Chick-Fil-A is on my radar. Chick-Fil-A have agreed to fork out $4.4 million to customers who accused the chain of secretly inflating menu prices during the pandemic. Customers in the court documents also accused the restaurant for falsely advertising free delivery or low price delivery on the app per top class action. Chick-fil-A has not accepted any guilt, but claimants are expected to receive $29.25 in entire cash or a gift card. I know a lot of people love Chick-fil-A. Some have complained very, very much as far as them not being open on Sundays and things of that nature. Most people even said that that's when they really want them the most. But it's unfortunate that they are on my radar, contingent to their business practice, things of that nature. Be mindful of I know some people love food, so they're going to continue to go there and shop. So I just like for people to just do their homework and be mindful who you give your hard-earned money to. So moving forward, another food chain, Panera Bread. Yes, Panera Bread is on my radar. It was a student, an Ivy League student, a young lady. She was 21. She died after drinking a Panera lemonade with more caffeine than 3 Red Bulls. Their family have a lawsuit out for her loss. The student had a heart condition, died after drinking the Panera Bread Charged Lemon, which has more caffeine than the 3 cans of the Red Bull, according to the lawsuit filed by the grieving family. I believe her name is Sarah Kites. Was a 21-year-old University of Pennsylvania student last year when she suffered cardiac arrest hours after purchasing the lemonade beverage, according to the court documents filed in the Philadelphia Court of Common Pleas. on Monday. She had heart conditions called QT syndrome, type 1, heart signaling disorder, where heartbeats can be fast and chaotic, avoiding energy drinks per her doctors. A recommendation that the wrongfully death lawsuit first obtained by the NBC News said. It's unfortunate. She ordered a large charged lemonade as part of the meal at the Philadelphia Panera location on September 10th of 2022 without realizing it contained 390 milligrams of caffeine, more than 3 times the 111 milligrams of caffeine found in a standard 12-ounce can of a Red Bull, according to the complaints. She consumed Panera charged lemonade reasonably confident it was a traditional lemonade or I guess it's electrolyte sports drink containing a reasonable amount of caffeine safe for her to drink. On that same day, she suffered a cardiac arrest while dining with friends at a restaurant in her apartment building, according to the complaint. The family's attorney accused Panera Bread of family to provide warning of any potentially dangerous effects on blood pressure, heart rates, and or brain function. The complaint stated Panera Bread advertised the drink as a plant-based and clean beverage with as much caffeine as I guess over a dark roast coffee, according to the filings. The beverage, which the deceased young lady consumed, also include some sort of extract, which is a stimulant, as well as the equivalent of nearly 30 teaspoons of sugar, according to the complaint. The family alleged in the complaint that Panera included the beverage as part of its sip club, in which customers are urged to drink unlimited Panera charged lemonade every day. We were very saddened, this is the family statement, learned this morning about the tragic passing of Sarah Kites, I believe that's her name, and over hearts go out to her family. A Panera spokesman told the Post. The spokesman said the company strongly believes in the transparency around our investigation. According to the Food and Drug Administration, adults should have no more than 400 milligrams a day, which is equivalent to about 4 or 5 cups of coffee. First and foremost, my thoughts and prayers goes out to her family for losing a loved one, things of that nature. Things happen for a reason. Majority of the time, can us as a humans, can we avoid them? Yes. But just certain things just happen for whatever reason they happen, and that's just what it is. But she was out with friends and things of that nature. I'm sure someone, or maybe no one outside of the person that's deceased now, the young lady. I'm not sure how many people was aware of her condition. I believe one of her friends did speak about if she was aware of that actual beverage drink she was taking it, right? Because it would have causes, what it caused. So, like I said, health is wealth. You have to be mindful what you consume in your temple, especially those who are that have deeper issues as far as their health. You should be mindful of what you are consuming in your body. And it's nothing wrong with asking questions, but I also know, being in society and being inside the world, you tend to just not pay attention to certain things. It's unfortunate that alleged that this is what happened to her, and I just wish that those who was around her was a little bit more mindful if she was not. So keep your eyes and ears open and your prayers out to them and their family, because that could have happened to anyone. So moving forward, okay, since we're on that one, okay, something else is Tulsa County. It was reported that a 16-year-old was sentenced to prison for a drive-by shooting involving a 5-year-old girl. A Tulsa County judge sentenced a 16-year-old boy to more than 50 years in prison for shooting a 5-year-old girl doing a drive-by, having guns, drugs, and stealing cars. Believe his name is Noah Ney, which was charged as an adult with the 2022 shooting, but just last month, while in custody, prosecutors said he escaped from the Juvenile Justice Center by jumping the rec-yard fence. He was captured days later. Prosecutor says Ney shot the little girl during a drive-by shooting that was part of a gang initiations. Prosecutor says Ney is dangerous and Tulsa is safer with him going to prison. A woman who testified to defend Ney said in court that he was dangerous. Prosecutors spent very little time talking about the shooting during the sentences hearing, and instead highlighted the several interactions Ney has had with law enforcement in the last few years, including robberies, gun charges, and drugs. Ney's attorney argued Ney's behavior is a result of his parent, and argued Ney hasn't been given all of the treatment options available. His father has been in and out of prison, and Ney's mom testified that she blames herself for her son's behavior. Ney's aunt testified had been neglecting his whole life, but says she saw some progress when he lived with her and her husband for a year. She said if Ney was allowed to stay with her, she doesn't think he would be in trouble like he is. The judge told Ney that he would be. They would go back and review his sentences in 5 years if he, proves to the judge that he changed and can be a productive member of society. And then they would just see if they can just reduce his sentences. He's a child himself that killed another child. We need more people, men, to step up in our community. These young men out here, these youth they dying more than ever. Now things do happen, but things that's happening, like I said earlier, that you can prevent. These things, most of these things, almost all of these things, it's just based off of decision making. Every choice has its consequences, right? So at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that this 6-year-old boy is in a predicament that he is in. I'm not sure what was the intent behind what was done. Whatever it was, he made a decision, and this is what he got to live with. And with that decision making, we lost, I believe she was a 5-year-old girl of this world that didn't really have the chance to do something in this world. So my thoughts and prayers goes out to the young girls and her family. And we got to do better as leaders in these communities, especially if you are considered a leader in the community. We need to step up to do more. We all do, but it's unfortunate we lost another one. So, okay, moving forward. So these tech companies, as of late, I'm not sure if you all been noticing these companies. Give me a second. Yeah, this is the new merch. Just one. Sorry, I'm proceed with the show. But yeah, this new merch, what you guys think. Tap in, check the shop out, at the So Gifter store, and see what merch you might like. They just added a few. This is being one of them. Yeah, just check it out. More to come. But yeah, these tech companies, there are several tech giants announced massive layoffs amid healthy profit margins. Thousands of tech workers are facing layoffs in companies like Bandcamp, Stack Overflow, LinkedIn, Nokia. They have it's other entities too as well that are reducing their workforces. Development platform Stack Overflow reduced their people by 28%. And LinkedIn, and despite Microsoft's strong profit margins, dismissed roughly 700 employees, primarily engineers. Nokia reported a workforce reduction of 14,000 following declining profits. Qualcomm parted ways with 1,000 employees last week. These layoffs come as a shock, especially considering some of these tech giants, such as, like I said, Microsoft, are reporting substantial profits. There is increasing concern about why these layoffs continue to occur, despite the strong performance of some of these corporate greed. Escalating pressures from Wall Street post-pandemic fiscal tightening to the advent of artificial intelligence posed to automate specific job roles. Readers and industry observers are seeking to understand the reason behind these recurring layoffs. Questions about the future of the employment in the tech industry. Situation signals as a critical issue of growing disparity between corporate earnings and employees' stability. Notably, discussing are underway regarding the factors contributing to the increase of layoffs and the brothers' implications on the workforce and the technology sectors. There are rifts regarding the further layoffs being announced by Microsoft. The company had previously revealed plans to lay off 10,000 workers by the end of the third quarter of this fiscal year. LinkedIn also withdrew operations from China earlier this year, leading to the soliciting of 716 roles within the company. Microsoft has already cut LinkedIn's job during the year. Amazon had recently let go of 18,000 workers across its corporate and non-corporate business companies such as Meta, PayPal, Twitter, and Spotify has also reduced workforce this year. So, S'more, I'm sorry. The Alphabet had already made significant reduction, eliminating approximately 12,000 jobs, which accounted for nearly 6% of its entirely workforce. So, I spoke on all these jobs. Every week it seemed like it doesn't matter the entity in the world. Even the ones that stated they are profiting in this fiscal year, they're doing well even in this quarter, and they're still letting people go. And what is this? October going into November. The year's not even over yet, and this will continue at a massive rate. So, people, are you going to continue just to let this continue to happen to you? And we're going to continue to just keep looking for something else when most of them in corporate America are just, like I said, downgrading their infrastructure or whatever the case may be. What would you do next? Okay, moving forward. I'm not sure if you all saw this or heard about it, but I know that via social media, this was, going viral. It was a young lady with a gentleman. I believe it was their first date. He wanted to take her out, and she went live, or I'm not sure if she was already live during the process of going to the actual destination, but she was live, and he got out to proceed to open the door for her to get out. I don't know, they was doing valet. I'm not quite sure what was going on, but I just know he got out the vehicle. He walked around to open her door, and she knew that. And she proceeded to lock the door so she wouldn't be able to get out because she didn't want to eat at this particular restaurant. She was just, making statements like, I know he's not having me eat at this place because of the way she dressed or the way that she is, I guess, confident in herself. But at the end of the day, it kind of had the social world asking questions about why not that particular location. Now, in that video, he got back in the vehicle, and he was a gentleman. He was a gentleman. He said that, he felt as though that there are two different type of people, and he didn't feel as though what he took her at was actually anything wrong with it. And he politely said, you know what, I'm going to take you back home. And I think, from here on out, we just don't, I guess need to see each other no more. So the location that he actually took her at was Cheesecake Factory. No, she didn't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. And then she's entitled to whatever she consumed as far as her food and whatever the case may be. I'm not even sure if they even talked about it. So on social media, they have created a list. Someone did a poll of, I guess, for the females to answer. A list of places women absolutely refuse to go on first date to, and thank you to, the ladies who reached out to the person that put this together to make this list. So on this list, Cheesecake Factory was number 1. Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle's, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, A. Buffett, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, and etc. Somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar for just drinks, Waffle House, and sports events. Now, I know most people gonna say, well, where y'all going to eat at? Or where y'all going? Well, it sounds like we just gonna go outside and get some fresh air. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's just go for a walk, in the park. That's that. I don't believe none of that was on the list. You talking about for a first date? The reason behind the date or whatever the case may be, that's between the people that agree to get together. But yeah, I don't see walking the park or just getting some fresh air. So I guess that's good. So these are things that the social media world is talking about. I don't know what you all think, or like I said, heard about that or not. Just want to throw that out there just to see what you guys thought about that. I'm KD. This is So Get the Podcast. See you later.